Hey everybody, welcome into the Beehive. Tonight we are going to look at osmium and the OCC code that goes along with it, and we're going to document how the process goes, how you buy, receive, and can sell and transfer both the physical piece and also the code that's built into the piece and is housed at the Osmium Institute online as a secure backup code. So the first thing I want to do, I got Nickel here with me. He bought this first piece that we're going to track tonight. But we're going to start off. I'm going to jump back to when I ordered the piece from Ian so that you guys can kind of follow along. So we're gonna go, it was about a month ago now. See if I got the right. Yeah, okay, so we're going to take a look at this. Let me move this up here. All right. Okay.
That somebody else can be looking after it for it, or your jeweler, goldsmith could be.
Can you hear that, Nickel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Making a piece with it. So you.
So this here is back about a month ago, and this is when I ordered this first piece that I'll end up transferring to Nickel that he bought in my auction. But this is me ordering it from Ian about a month ago.
You can register them as the possessor, but you still stay the owner. So there's a real security in the whole system. They thought it through carefully. What if people are getting multiple pieces made into jewelry? You know, mistakes can happen, but at least you can prove, no, this is my piece.
Right. Okay.
And the range of shapes and sizes is over 250 from 2mm squares right up to 4.5-inch discs. They got shapes, got animals, so they've got a reasonable range.
Yep.
Oh yeah, thanks, Neil. Yeah, 1,500 times more rare than gold.
Yep. And so you get that in, you have those different options. Like you say, you can even give it to someone that has where you lend it out to, say, Ian, for him to sell it to you. You can click that button that says you're loaning it out for some dealer to sell it for you, or you can say that it's up for sale yourself.
Yeah.
And then if I'm going to auction and I put it up in auction and someone buys it,
yeah,
I'll just click that over, and then we can do the transaction. And then then it would be the Osmium Institute that would send them the new code, wouldn't it be? Or how would that work?
Okay. To the email that's linked to the existing ownership code. Yeah.
Right. So then I would be out of it after you buy it. You would then receive the ownership code from the Osmium Institute directly. So
yeah.
And we're doing that right now. So I bought this piece right here that we're looking at. It's a uppercase I or a bar. And
it's actually in my laptop, I think. So.
Okay, so hey, welcome in, JM Unleashed. Good to see you. Okay, so this was again about a month ago when I first ordered this piece from Ian, and then now we're gonna jump over to about a week later when I received the piece and we then auctioned it off. So let me jump over to that.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed JM the other night on my live, but I was a little late. I went ahead and set it up, but I was a little late getting back. I think he left, so he didn't get to see it, but sorry about that.
Okay. All right, so here we have our, let's see, are you guys seeing that? Yeah, okay, so we're going to play. So this is about a week later after I ordered it from Ian. I have received it and am going to auction it off here at my auction. It's like a kind of it's its own security code basically built in, and so they have their database. I'm gonna play this at 1.5 speeds to save some time.
That's the fastest I've ever heard you
And
talk.
when you get your piece like this heart here, it has a code right here that identifies the product, and then they will also, if you buy it, the Osmium Institute will send you a code, and it's a unique code, and so no one can then steal your piece. Basically, if you want to sell it, you can go in and sell it. You can click a button that says you're ready to sell it to another person, but until you go to sell it, no one else can have it basically. So it's a way of it's a security to it. So if someone steals this and goes to resell it, all it will do is get them caught, because you can't sell it without the code, and the code belongs to you, and the code is also built into the piece. So it's an extremely unique thing. And yeah, like I say, there's wealthy family offices are buying the stuff up and using it to trade across borders. The Osmium Institute has worked with borders basically and made it easily bypassable through borders, so it doesn't get caught up at customs. And so it's a way to transact in high value, have a secure code behind it. Also, you have the code on the internet making it secure, plus you actually hold the tangible asset yourself. So it's a crazy three-dimensional safety, most rare precious metal on earth. I'm fascinated with it. So yeah, and I have 2 pieces here that I got from Ian, and I can make those available tonight or at my next auction. So
what is the end results for what are they going to make out of it? I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, the piece I bought, for the first piece I bought for my wife, and it's a shooting star, and it's beautiful, and it's actually the first piece Ian has seen that was crystallized on both sides. So I'm having it made into a pendant for her, and that way if the pendant flips over to its back, it still has the same sparkle or close to it on both sides.
Wow.
Most of them are just kind of flat on the back, and it's the surface that has all the detail, but that one had crystallized on both sides. So people are making it into jewelry, is its main. Or also there's a $3 million violin that was made and has traveled around the world, kind of highlighting beauty and music and high value a violin with osmium. And now they're making an orchestra with it, but it's mostly used in jewelry. It's kind of more of on the wealthy side of things. But the very interesting thing about it is, like I was saying, that wealthy offices and individuals are using it to transact large sums, because it's a compact and secure way to transact. So
is it heavier than gold?
Yes, it's the most dense element on Earth, basically.
Oh, okay.
And it's the most abrasion resistant thing on Earth. So you're not gonna you can take it and hit it with your finger, and none of that is gonna scratch. It goes back and forth, which is harder, diamond or osmium, as far as hardness. But as far as abrasion resistance, osmium even beats diamond. So
wow.
and it's right there, touch and go. Some pieces of osmium are harder, and some diamonds are a bit harder, but they're basically, yeah, it's basically right there. It was first found in 1803. The first use they found for it was in light bulb filaments in 1905-ish. And they used to, when the light bulbs would break, I found this out in my son's school. They went over this just the other day, that they would return the light bulbs because of the high value of the osmium in the filament.
Wow.
So
that's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. And that was before they got it into this condensed, crystallized, safe, beautiful form. So yeah, it's a new product. Most people don't know about it. And I'm really lucky to be in the position where I'm at. Like I say, Ian is the first dealer in North America, and they've just moved it from Europe basically into China, America, and other countries. And I can pull up a chart and show you how its value has acted since they launched it. But it's just kind of been a steady 15% increase yearly.
Wow,
so,
that's good.
Yeah, it's a very interesting new product. And I'm happy to be a part of it. And so what I'm doing tonight, I made a couple of videos. In my last interview with Ian, I bought this piece from him. And so the code has been transferred to me. So I have the piece and of course this code just matches the piece, but there's another code, a safety security code, that has been sent to me. And when I receive that, then I can go on the Osmium Institute site and click, I'm ready to sell. And then I'm going to sell it here on my auction. And then I'm also going to document. So I'm trying to find somebody out there who's willing to work with me on buying this first piece. This first piece is really cheap. So I'm going to start this bidding at, let me make sure I get this right, $60 for this piece. Okay. Now it's sold by the gram. If you sold it by the ounce, it would be it's about $44,000 for an ounce. But it's sold by the gram. It's sold by the gram because of its high value.
Right.
And so this is like a half of a gram. I mean, half of a gram. So it's 0.06. So it's it's a small piece, but that's how you get it down to a small value. Obviously, this heart right here is about $160.
Wow.
So, but what I'm doing so I bought this piece. That ownership code has been transferred to me, and so I've already logged buying it. Now I'm going to make a video of me auctioning it off, And it looks like Stephanie's in at 60, 75. Awesome. So we'll get it going here in a bit. But so I am looking for someone who's willing to have a bit of patience with me. This is a new product. I mean, I'm absolutely not worried about it at all, or I wouldn't be doing it. But you know, give us here a few days. I'll ship it to you right away. It'll get to you with your coins, and I ship out the next day. And so, you know, my package, you'll get the product right away. The only thing I'm asking a little bit of patience and interaction with is I want to make a video showing, okay, so I've received the code saying I own it. Then I'm going to show, okay, now I'm releasing it as I'm selling it, and I will need the person they can make up. So all you need to buy it, this is the only thing different about buying osmium than say silver or gold, is you need an email, and you can make up a new email for it if you want to. You don't have to give your name. All you need is to make up an email. So if you want to use the email that you have now, that's fine. If you want to make up your own new email for it, that's fine. But that's what's required for it, is I'll need an email. And so I want to work with someone who's willing to allow that process to be shown, where I release, and you don't have to give your name if you don't want to, but I just want to be able to show the interaction and I'll
release the ownership of it and stuff
release
like that.
the ownership of it, and then they'll take possession of it and possession of the ownership, and that'll show that then there will be no questions, hopefully, from anybody on how the process of buying, and then when you're ready to sell, how that works as well. So that'll show the whole kind of process, and that's the idea behind what I'm doing with this particular piece. And this is just a piece that is going to sell for whoever wants it. I won't be doing any videos on it, so that'll be just as is. But if anybody wants to help me out and be a part of history and part of my videos on showing how osmium is bought and sold, we can do that, and we can get going on this piece. If anybody's interested, I want to give Space Miner a chance to get home. I don't know, how far are you from home, Space Miner?
How do you spell that osmium?
OSMIUM. And if you go to the Osmium Institute, or you can go to Osmium Price or buy Osmium, a few different sites you can go to.
Really sounds
you can pull it up and look at different pieces, put in my information, and it's this. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna jump up just a little bit here. We're gonna show the auctioning part of this, and then we will. We'll jump over and show how the change of code, what the page looks like, where we enter the OCC number in, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like. That'll help everybody to understand what is needed and what's what it looks like on that page as far as buying and selling and using the OCC code, owner change code. Also, I'm going to probably have a break, maybe right here or somewhere, where I edit in Nickel receiving his osmium piece. So he received that a few weeks ago, and as I asked for a bit of patience, luckily that was needed because there was a hiccup, and the change codes didn't get sent to me for a few days, but they got it figured out and got me the codes. So here we are a few weeks later. I did send out the piece to Nickel a couple weeks ago. He received it and did a video receiving the package that I sent him and looking at the osmium. I will probably edit in a clip of that in the future here. But then for right now, we're just going to show this process of, now that I have the code, I'm gonna transfer it, the ownership, to Nickel. So then he will then be receiving an email with his new OCC code. And so then he'll have the piece physically, like he has it in his hands right now. And also he will have the code that will allow him to keep it, or if he decides someday to sell it, he will be able to do that as well. So we're gonna look at that now. So I'm gonna show you this here. Let me drop this screen. Oh, let's see. I was gonna show the auction here right quick. Colors. And again, this piece is kind of for Historical Premium Institute, and so I haven't actually received it. They know you're in trans. This is a 3. Here you can own a piece of osmium, crystallized osmium, the rarest precious metal on Earth. It's the most inert. So this is going to be like the last thing standing when everything else in the Earth evaporates. This will still be here because it has to reach. It takes the hottest melting point to melt this stuff, and it is the most inert once it's in this crystalline form. There's no alkaline or acid that will eat this thing. It does not tarnish. It's like gold that doesn't tarnish. The most dense, most inert, most scratch resistant, most reflective, amazing, beautiful.
And
So
this is a platinum byproduct, is what
it's
you're
a
saying?
platinum metals group platinum. Yeah, platinum metals group metal. Yep. And
Okay.
we got nickel stacking at $60. Look at that. See, nickel, you're my man. I love it. He was all
There
skeptical.
you go, nickel. Jump all over it.
Buying it. And it's nickel. You rule, nickel. Now this will be fun. We'll get to document the process. Hey, Cranky Stacker, welcome in. Good to see you. Glad you're here.
Hey, Cranky Stacker, thank you for coming in.
And I know Space Miner. I think he's happy. What do you think about it, Space Miner?
Somebody just bid. Is that Liberty Bleeds?
Liberty Bleeds
$70?
coming in at $70. Now we got somebody else in the historical seat right now. LBS.
Don't you let that go, Nickel. You better jump all over that.
Let's see what Space Miner says. Smaller sparklers. Yeah, that too. That's a good point too. I didn't think about that. Yep. Yeah, and it's cool because where they do like diamond parvees, they call them, where they put lots of little diamonds to get that same sparkle effect. The diamonds, I guess, aren't really worth anything. It's the amount of time that takes them to set those diamonds that makes it valuable. But this, and you can't even get very sharp points because you have to use a whole diamond as a point. Whereas this, you can cut to a perfect point, and you get that same spark, in fact, better sparkle effect than a diamond, because the diamond just refracts. This just purely reflects all of the light basically right back at you. So it's crazy.
That's interesting.
Crazy sparkle. I was sold when Ian showed me. He said if your girlfriend walks in the room, and he was across the room in regular house light, daylighting from your light sockets in your house. Can't believe that's what I'm using to describe it, but ceiling lights, and it sparkled from across the room. I couldn't believe it. I'd never seen anything reflect like that. And it was a tiny piece, and I was sold. So, and then I seen it in the sunlight, and oh my goodness,
wow,
that's crazy. So we got a little nickel stacking coming in at 75. 70. All right, yeah, and so yeah, let's not go too high, guys, because we can get you more. We can get you the exact cut you want. You can go look at the cuts they have. You can also put in a special order if you want some unique design. But yeah, I think this is because we're early on in this product's life, and the unique qualities of it. I think that I stumbled into something that's going to be of value in the future. So it's just my own opinion, but so far that's looking that way to me. And yeah, so I'm gonna go. We're out of time. I'm gonna count this down. We got nickel stacking on top at 75 right now. Nickel at 75 in 3, and nickel at 75 in 2,
And 1.
Nickel at 75 in 1, and we are SOLD sold the nickel stacking. Good job, Nickel.
Way to go, Nickel. Way to go.
We're gonna have fun on this video, and I'm glad you picked up on it. We'll have a good time, and we'll document how this works. And you got yourself a beautiful piece of the most rare, dense. Okay, guys. So that was Nickel purchasing his first piece of osmium there on my auction, and yeah.
So the last two things that'll be on Earth, it'll be osmium and cockroaches. Is that right? Any cockroaches taken off of these
possible. Hey, Jake's Custom Parts, welcome in, and Silver Boy Blues, good to see you. Good to see you. So
I'll just say pizza to Jake.
We're going over the OCC code with osmium, the owner change code. And so I'm going to show you this email that I got. Let me stop the screen here so you can see. And I'm going to pull up my screen as big here for a second. So this is an email that I got from the Osmium Institute. And it says, Dear Osmium owner, with the OCC, it is easy to transfer ownership when selling osmium to companies, investors, jewelry manufacturers, or simply to other private individuals. You are all familiar with the osmium identification code, which you can enter at www.osmiumidentificationcode.com to see the certificate of your osmium piece. You will receive this code with every piece of osmium. It is printed on the packaging. So that's talking about the OIC code that is on nickel stacking's package of osmium, that is. It's a package of osmium. And so they actually sent me Why am I not seeing? Hold on. Hold on. What in the world? Man, am I delayed that long? Sorry, guys. I'm a little lost here for a second. Okay. Well, anyway, I am going to continue. Nickel, are you seeing the email?
No, I'm seeing 2 guns and a.
Yeah, that's why. What in the world? Here, hold on, people. What in the world? Why? What in the world? Something is wrong with my camera. What could it be?
That's pretty cool. I think that was the ending, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it's just a little clip that I can play that I'm not sure. For some reason, I've lost my feed to my camera. It's not recognizing anything. It's like it's just... What in the world am I going to do here now? This is odd. Okay, how can I do this then? I was kind of counting on my camera working. Okay, so let me see if I can just go on without my camera for a minute. Let me show you, Nickel. I'm gonna put you up here, and I'm gonna make you.
Oh, I'm big.
Now I'm gonna show your piece of osmium there off. That's the OIC code that he's showing right there.
Yeah, look at that.
And I am going to figure out. There we go. There we go. Oh, come on. Piece of junk. Hey, there we go. It's working again, I think.
OS. I think that was a $6 million man organization he worked for, wasn't it? I can't remember. I think it was something OS.
Okay, now I'm back here. I got my camera back. Sorry about the glitch there. We'll cut that out in the rehearsal or the edited version. Okay, so back to this email. So this is what the first thing you receive when you receive your OIC, your codes, and your OCC code from the Osmium Institute. You get a little email. They, show you where to go to enter your information in. It's this www.osmiumidentification.com. By entering the code on the page, you now have the option of being able to make changes that affect ownership and possession with the display of the certificate. All explanations can be found directly on the page in their updated form. So I have covered the change code, which is, what you want to keep secret. This is your code that you don't want other people to see, because that's what allows you to keep it private and on that website. So, but once you have this OCC code, we're going to go to this web page, and I'll enter it in, and I'll show you how that process works. So we're going to do that now. Hey, Brown Sugar, welcome in. I am going to, in Jake's Custom Parts. So we're going to jump over right now to the Osmium Institute's page. Okay. All All right, now I'm gonna my page. Bear with me, people. I'm working on it here. All right, so we're gonna share. Okay, here we go. All right, here we are at the Osmium Institute, and this is the identification code page. So that's this that they have highlighted here, this www.osmium-identification-code.com. And so I'm going to go here. And enter in. So the first thing we do is we enter in the OIC number, which is actually on the box itself.
Or you can scan it, right? If you want to.
Yes, you probably could do that as well. Let's see what's with this.
If you got a smartphone, because I don't use smartphones. I like dumb phones. So I can't do it.
You can't do it that way. Yeah, well, you can just enter it in manually. Okay, so here, once you enter in that OIC, it's just the identification code, and it shows you, okay, this is the piece that you should have, and this is the piece that nickel has. So we're going to click on change possessor owner down here at the bottom. And then it pops up this new screen here that shows you where you can enter in this OCC code. Now, I could show you this code as I enter it in, because after I enter this code in and then send the new, sign it over to Nickel, that code will be eliminated and it won't do any good anymore. And he'll receive a new code directly from the Osmium Institute that I've never seen and that only he will see. But I'm not going to show you that change code just in case something happens here with my transferring it. So, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to enter in this OCC number right into this box here. And that will, once I do that, I'll come down here and, or I'll hit enter, and that will bring up another page. So I'm going to enter that in. I'm going to drop this page off so you can't see the code that I enter in, and I'm going to enter that code in, and then I'll bring up the next page and you can see what that looks, and that's where we transfer it. So I'm going to drop this page, stop sharing the screen, put in the code, and then I'll share the screen again after that. Bear with me here. Okay, so now I'm gonna.
And then if I need to give you any information, I can give it to you in the private chat.
Yeah, Nickel, I was gonna have you just email it to me, or put it in the private. Yeah, just probably email me once you see this new page that I'm about to open up here, you can see the information that you'll want to give me. Just email it to me so that other people don't know. If you want to use your real name or somebody else's name or whatnot, you'll see here in a minute. And I'll enter that in privately so people don't see it. All right. So, okay, I entered the code and it's pulled me up to the next page. Okay, so I'm going to, my phone number is in there right now, so I'm going to delete that so you can't see that. And then I'll show you what it looks like so you'll know exactly what it takes when transferring this. Okay, so I'm going to share this screen again. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, let's look what OC said. Hey, I've given my phone number out, and it's funny because some of them just say, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I said, "Don't matter. Don't matter to me."
Okay, so here we are. We're on the same Osmium identification code change, but I've entered in the change code, the OCC that they sent me, and that allows to open this page up, which shows you that right now LLC, that's me, is the owner of this piece. Okay. And you can also change it. Like if I own it, and let's say I sent it to Nickel just to have him make a piece of jewelry, I could just enter in him as the possessor right now, so that it just keeps a log and track of where it's at, who has it, what's going on. Also down here at the bottom, you have the option. It shows you, okay, is it already paid for? Is it unpaid for? Was it given away as a gift? Did you do an exchange with it? Did you make a real estate purchase with it? Was it inherited? So they have these different options here that you can use as well. Now I've already been paid, so so this is the information that's needed. Now you see these asterisks here. This is what they're asking for both. You know, this is what they're looking for as far as you know, if you're going to have a piece registered to you. Now obviously this is not my, you know, surname is not LLC. So I have a company, and I'm not worried that I'm going to forget that, you know, it's registered to Long Lived Coins or LLC. So I'm fine with it being registered to that, because that company is registered back to me. And, but I guess what I'm saying here is, if I needed to make up a number, I could. And if I needed to make up whatever name I wanted, I could. Like right now, I made it LLC because I didn't want people to know my real name, but so that I could show this and transfer it to Nickel. And so this is how it came to me. My name is LLC. When I guess what I'm pointing out is that's not my real name. So your name is what you can make it, but you have to document. You have to know, you know, don't just put in some name that you're going to forget what it is, because that's not going to do you any good. So, you know, I guess what I'm saying is you will have to have an email. You can make up a new email. This email is how it gets sent to you, how you'll track it, you know. So you have to have an email. If you want to make a new one up, you can. They're going to ask for a phone number. So if you are fine with the one a lot of people will just give their name and their number and you know, attach to them that, and that's fine. That's how I did my first piece. But I also want to show that you can do it this way as well, where my name's LLC and I have a work number or whatever. You know, it's not my everyday number. So you can do that if you would like. It doesn't have to be your name and your existing phone number and even your existing email. But that's the things that you need to come up with to have it transferred to you, and then you have to remember that, because that's your connection you know, to your piece online. So Nickel, I don't know what name you want, but in an email to me, you know, type the name that you want me to put up here for owner name. I'll need that, and then whatever phone number you want registered to it, I'll need that, and then whatever email you send me, I'll enter that in here. And if you want the state in there, you can. We don't have to do any of this. If you want it, we can. If you don't worry about it. I haven't done anything with it. I didn't add anything extra. I just had my name and my number and an email. And so you already paid, so we'll just leave that the same. You'll be both the possessor, because you already are the possessor of the piece, and you will be the owner once I get your information. So yeah, just send me that. I will enter in your information, Nickel, that you want me to there, and then I hit save. And when I hit save with that new information in there and paid, I will lose possession of this piece, and you will receive a code shortly thereafter, Nickel, and you will have then the availability to do everything I showed you here, basically. So does anybody have any questions? Hey, Tuli, welcome in. Good to see you.
Thule Trump is in the house. So yeah, and so after that, okay, we do all this. After we get done here, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Then you change it. Then I get it. Then they send me the new code. Now, will they send me information about their products? Would I get a like a box with something in it or something like that, or do I have to make a purchase, or what all else will I get out of it?
You have what you're going to receive out of it already. All you're going to see is you're going to get an email that will have, oh, I didn't want to show that, did I? That code on it. But again, that code's going to be of no value. So yeah, so that's all we need to do. That's all you'll need, and she'll
But
be all yours.
will they update me on products and stuff like that, or I have to? That's something separate. I just figured after I'm in the system that they're going to say, "Hey, we just got this new product in of so and so, and it's this. You would you like to purchase it?" But I
No.
won't get that.
Yeah, no, like I have not received, no, that's, I mean, I'm sure you can reach out to their website and have, click their information update, if you want to be emailed from them. But no, I have not received any spam from them. So I have only received what I've requested from them. So,
Okay, how about this question? What happens if someone needs an eye and I have it? They need
Mhm.
two, and I have one. They can't find it because certain people that I know, I know of, like buys all of them, and they can't get it. Could they possibly, on behalf of somebody, contact me and say, "Hey, we got somebody that really wants that eye. We could," they won't do anything like that either.
You mean, if someone is really wanting an eye, will they will they reach out to you to let you know that?
No, I thought maybe they would go through them to me and say, "Hey, this person needs another eye. Would you be willing to sell it?" Or
I see.
yeah,
No,
I've
no,
been on some investments where I got emails say, "Hey, there's a person that wants it. Would you do this or that?" And
Well,
that happens not on the art I'm invested in.
okay.
Some people want a share of it, and they will, they can contact you. They can give you 3 times what you paid for it or whatever deal you
Sure.
make. You can sell your share to them. So I just
Well,
wondered if they had something like that.
they do, but you have to put so right here. I don't think that for some reason I don't know why that's not showing on my. It lets me glide up and down, but it won't show me when I click this little thing. It gives me different options here. For some reason it's not showing on that site, but yeah. So you'll be able to come click on this paid or possessor, or you can change this. Like you can come in here and click on sell piece. Like on the previous screen, there's a little tab that you can go in and you can click. In fact, I can probably back out. Let me stop the screen and we'll back out and show you that. But yeah, you can enter your own piece to be sold. So you could go online and go on to the Osmium Institute identification code, just where we were, this site here. Let me share that again. So yeah, once you're here, hard to do this on the fly. Okay. All right, here we go. We're back here. So let's put in that code. Okay, so see down here at the bottom of this, let me get back to this page. Yeah, so right here we've got change possessor owner, generate delivery docket, search for further codes. So you would come up here, you'd click on this, you'd enter in your change code, and that would bring you back to that page, which also gives you some options where you can put your piece up for sale. And so once you list your piece for sale, then the Osmium Institute then they might reach out to you and say, yeah, we found an owner for your piece that you're wanting to sell. But until you put your piece up to sell I doubt that they're going to contact you.
Yeah, I'll be quite a while before I think I'll be in position. I want to sell it anyway. So
yeah, well, that's I mean, that's totally up to you. However, me and who's it, Nick, or not Nickel, but Neil, were talking, and yeah, there's going to be a little bit more to come on that subject. But yeah, as far as, you getting the piece and you have it privately, no one knows you have it. No one's going to bother you until you decide you want to put it up and you enter it in on the website as I want to sell my piece. Then it's going to pop up on the people who own osmium who want to sell it spreadsheet, basically. And then people can go and look on that spreadsheet that, oh, these people want to sell their osmium, and they can look to see what it is and if they want to buy it.
So if someone were to get two of quite a few of them, if someone did, and then you make earrings out of them, then you just got to do everything twice, like, because each individual piece is individualized. So you'd have to just do it twice on it when you
not so if you have two pieces of osmium and you say you make it into a buffalo or a butterfly pendant or something, so that two pieces are attached to one piece of jewelry, right? You got two osmium wings for one butterfly. So what happens, from my understanding, when you enter your piece to be like, if I said I like my pieces with Ian right now, letting his jeweler put it into a piece of jewelry. So if there was two pieces of osmium going into the same piece of jewelry, that will actually get registered with the Osmium Institute that there's a piece of jewelry that houses two pieces of osmium. So it'll be like, it will be under one piece at that point, and it will show that there's two different codes on that one piece. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
So
just,
I think
just use a comma.
Yep, that's how they do it, because they knew that some people would want to make jewelry with multiple pieces. And so that's how they decided to do it, was if you do that, you register your pieces that you're getting them put into jewelry, and they'll document that so that when you go to sell your jewelry piece, it will know, okay, I have three pieces and their codes are X, Y, and Z or whatever. So, Neil, welcome in. Welcome in. Does anybody want to come up here on the panel with us and ask some questions? Let me, should we just drop the invite here in the live chat, see if anybody wants to come up here with us, Nickel?
Oh yeah. Get Julie Trump up here. No, I just like teasing her. I can't help it.
No.
I tease everybody. I tease OTG, and I never see him again. But
yeah, so if anybody wants to hop up here and ask some osmium questions right quick, go ahead. Hey, Nickel, do you want to shoot me over that information in an email, and I'll get that taken care of here so that it's out of my hands and into yours.
Okay. All right.
No. Okay, here's Neil. No, welcome. You're more than welcome, Thule, to hop on up here if you want. Silver Boy Blues, Space Miner, come ask some questions here if you want to. And then we'll make the transfer and we'll call this a wrap. And then I think I'll edit in some of Nickel's footage of him receiving his osmium as well, because there was some good footage there. I enjoyed that video you had, Nickel. So we'll put a final edition of this live out with some edited.
I tested the abrasive of it. You could hear it. You could hear it go across the table. So nice. I said, "Oh my gosh!" I said, "I'm gonna like leave a scratch all the way across the table." So I know it's okay. It already has scratches on it. I'm sending it right now, and then you can tell me that if I forgot something. But I think that's all you need.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it won't. I mean, it'll scratch your table, I'm sure, but I doubt it'll be scratched. I mean, it's the most scratch resistant thing known, basically, right now. Oh yeah.
Who is that? That Neil? He's visiting with his friends.
No,
there you go.
I'm here.
They're getting a suntan.
Hey Neil, welcome in. Holler if you have a question.
No, you guys were talking. I was being polite.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
Neil, polite? What?
Yeah, I'm turning a new leaf.
Oh, cool. So like I was saying, Tuli, yeah, if he wants to give me whichever number he comes up with, that's his business, and I'll put it in there. But the key, is to understand what you're doing and what you want, and then you can fill out that information and be fine. But the key is the very minimum you need is the email, and then the others are just kind of like secondary. Yeah, you can make like it, that one was sent to LLC, so it doesn't have to be too greatly official, just so that they know who to write it that they're speaking to, or whatnot, so as long as you know what it is so that you can connect it to you, that's the key.
Jake, 50 pizzas. We'll sell it for 50 pizzas. What do you think? 50 large pizzas. Ooh, he said no deal. He said I ain't getting pizza for that.
You can get 50 ounces of silver for 50 pizzas.
All right, so I'm gonna show this page one more time. I think Tuli just missed it. So earlier in this live, Tuli, we showed how to enter the OCC code, and it'll bring up this page that shows you exactly what they're looking for. So I'll do that again for you so you can see. So, hey, Silverboy Blues.
Hey there.
Well, you showed your osmium you had. You still got some on the way. I showed my osmium, and Neil showed his osmium. So let's have people come up and show their osmium to us.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Show.
I got Silverboy Blues joining us here. I want to make sure I shout him out and recognize him here while we got him, and I don't lose him again. How you doing, Silverboy Blues?
All right.
Good to have you.
Do we buy it from you now?
Well, yeah. I mean, I have a
We're
couple pieces coming. Should be getting here to me next week, and those I will be putting up on my auctions. But you're also welcome to jump on this Osmium Institute site and look at the different pieces they have, and then get a hold of Ian or me, and we can get you the product at a little bit of a discount, as opposed to if you just get online and order it directly from overseas from them.
And the reason for that is because if you order from the Osmium Institute, they're in Germany, and they'll have to charge you the German tax, which is like 20% or some stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
That's why you want to order it from Long Live Coins or Ian at Arc Silver and Osmium, because you don't have. If you order through them, you're getting a decent discount. I mean, I don't know if it's 20% that they have to charge, and that is not listed on the price that you see in euros. That's not added to it, just like our sales tax isn't added to the price of consumer objects.
Yeah. Okay. So if you see this page here that I'm moving up and down, Tuli. So down here, this is his letter I that Neil or Nickel picked up. And so down here it says change possessor owner. When I click on this change possessor owner, it pops up this box right here for an OCC code. And of course, you have to have received your OCC code from the Osmium Institute, and that's your ownership code, and you need that to sell it, to prove that you own it, all those things. That's what you need and what you get what I'm about to send Nickel. He already has the physical product in his hand, but when I do this code change, then he will have the new code and I will lose it, and then he'll have complete ownership of his piece. So I'm going to enter in this code right here. I'm not going to show you what the code is, or I guess maybe I am there. Well, man, I'm glad that doesn't pop up on. That's weird. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing this screen. I'm gonna put that code in and then reshare the new screen so you can see what it looks like on the inside. And that is that. Enter. Okay, so now I'm going to share that screen again because it's the page we need. Oh, I got to delete my phone. Okay, now I'm going to bring you back up. And into the osmium identification share. Okay, so here we are. And again, it's so this Thule is what it looks like on the page, where this is showing, you know, certification, the owner, who the owner is. So the owner is LLC. That's me. So my name is not that. This is not my real name. Is not LLC. So yes, it asks for a name, but notice I put in LLC, and I'm hoping people are understanding what I'm saying.
It needs a name.
It needs a name, right? And depending, don't forget that name, because I mean, you do what you feel comfortable with. But I'm just kind of,
it could be kiss my left butt cheek. It would be legal.
if you as long as you know that you're not gonna forget that, nickel. Then you could do that. So so you're gonna want to have some type of a reference name so they can speak to you and you can speak to them. They know who they're dealing with. And a phone number. If you want to make up a new phone number or a work phone number or whatever you want to put there, it's not like anyone's gonna check that number. That's just kind of for your own. It's like having a name,
OC Stacker's going to use balls of steel. Because he's still buying gold. I mean, gold's 50,000 an ounce. He's going to buy it. So I call him balls of steel.
There's always going to be money to be made.
So, but you do need this owner email address. So these three with the asterisks are the keys, and really your only main key is your email address. Now, if you want to use your existing email, that's fine. If you want to make up a new email, but again, now I haven't done crypto, but they all say, you got to remember your number. Well, I suppose this is somewhat the same here. It's not a number, but you need an email that you can remember, and then whatever you decide to do with your phone number and name there, that's in your ballpark. But that's so. I'll be putting Nickel's information that he's sending me in here for the owner and the possessor, because he also possesses it. And so I'll put his information in for both the owner and possessor. I'll hit save, and it will leave my.
And possession is 9/10 of the law. Remember
that's right. So then it'll be all his. So hopefully that kind of takes some of the questions out of what they're looking for and whatnot. There's that. What do we got for questions?
Congratulations, Nickel.
Indeed.
You're the guinea pig here.
So has anybody got any other specifics about any questions about that? So one thing that I found was interesting is that it gives me the option at the bottom of that page to put whether the product has been paid for is one selection. Another selection is it's unpaid, still unpaid. Another selection is given away as a gift, so you can give it away as a gift. Another one is exchange, as if we exchange something. Another one is real estate purchase.
Okay. So you're saying people would trade osmium for a house?
Yes, sir. And that you can do it, and they already have an option here to click for that. And another option to click is that you inherited it. So I know another person was interested in that topic as well. So you can have all those things set up and lined up to take care of that type of thing. And I know that they know that and have dealt with that, and even have options for it right here. So I thought that was cool. Here we go.
The question.
Yeah, let me see here. This one here, does it need to be the same phone number that I gave to you? That's up to you. You would probably, it wouldn't be for a new piece. You can do that. Oh, and get this. So Ian told me that once I receive, I have the code for my piece, and let's say that I decide that I don't like the name that I put for it or the number that I put for it. I can resend it to myself and change my own name and change my own number and resend it to myself under a new name and a new number whilst I already own it, if that makes sense. So Thule, if you have a piece that you got from Ian under a phone number and you're wishing you could change that phone number, you simply can change it. If you have the OCC code, just resend it to yourself and change the phone number, and problem solved. So you could also yeah, I mean, that should pretty much tell you what's needed there.
I think Space Miner threw a bid out for Nickel's piece.
Yeah, I might trade Space Miner for his mining share on the moon, or because I think that's a great investment, because you never know when if they do ever get there on a regular basis. We'll just say it that way, and they start digging. Hey, I may
what you want to invest in right now is invest in Rolls Royce, because they have a contract with the UK government to produce an SRM by 2032 to be used to power a moon base. So I'd start investing in them if I was you. And that's not financial advice.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Space Miner here. It's all about that OCC code, the owner change code. That's really the connection, and that's what you're using to resell it or let people know that whatever you're going to do with it. That's the key. And you have the power of it. Once you have it, you can resend it to yourself, rename yourself, phone number yourself. So
OC. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
I was just laughing because that OCC, I was thinking of the Office of the Comptroller, com controller. They're the ones that can basically control the money of the United States.
No, I think the OCC that's the agency Bionic Man worked for on the TV show. I'm pretty sure. The OCC. I think that's what it was. That's what makes me think of it.
Yeah.
Y'all do remember the Bionic Man. I'm not that old, am I?
I
gotta be careful, because I start talking about this stuff and they go, "What the heck is that?" And I'm going, it was just a few years ago it was on,
Nickel.
Yeah.
Last millennium. Okay, brother. It was on last millennium, not this millennium.
It was in the 70s. They ain't been that long
That's
ago.
last millennium.
Yeah.
It's kind of a dead giveaway.
Silver Boy Blues does not know who the $6 Million Man is. Man.
That's because he's obsolete, because for $6 million you can't even buy his toenail right now.
Yeah, he'd be the $6 million man today.
He'd be a $6 billion man.
All right, guys. Well, if anybody has any more questions, great. If not, that's pretty much what I was wanting to cover. I'll probably edit this live up a bit and enter in some of your video clips, Nickel. But other than that, I think we covered it. What did I leave out? Has anybody got any questions?
Can you make my voice go? This deep voice instead of the whiny voice I have.
I can see what I can do.
Do it on super slow mo if you do it.
I'll go fast for me and slow for you.
Yeah.
So it does have a spot in there if you add it to jewelry on the tracking of the security stuff.
Okay.
Say like if I have something and I want to add 4 or 5 of the 2 millimeter squares to one piece.
Yes.
All I'd have to do is say all of them are on one piece, and then of course obviously probably have to diagram out the piece as to which one is where on that piece. So that way you could keep the number to the piece. Like say you have to make it simple, think of a constellation. I use this a lot so that people can get a visual on it. Say like the Little Dipper, and you have like 7 2 millimeter osmium squares on a piece of opal in the shape of the constellation of the Little Dipper. I'd have to do like a schematic and put what number piece was where on the piece of artwork to match that, or does that not matter as long as you just put?
I'm guessing as long as your references are there, it wouldn't matter because you can just scan it and it would you would know.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't see that you would have to.
Who was that came up?
I think that was an ambassador was up here. I think that must have been the ambassador Thule, but I'm not sure.
I thought I thought maybe she flashed. Say she didn't want the show to end yet, so she finally decided to come up.
She's streaking. That's what it is.
Oh, OC, you're right. It's OSI. That's right. Very good, OC. Good OC. He remember $6 Million Man. That was a great show.
Who's
The Bigfoot
OSI?
episodes are really good.
That's the agency that the
okay.
the $6 Million Man worked for, and his wife. Eventually, the $6.5 million woman.
I didn't watch it that closely.
Oh, and then there was the Bionic dog, and there was the Bionic boy. So there was.
I just
four.
remember the noise. It was like
Yeah.
Promo run. Yeah.
If you shook your refrigerator, the old ones, it used to make that sound. So when we was kids, we go, we're doing Bionics, we shake it, it goes.
You move it slow mo.
But I like the Bionic dog. It was a German Shepherd. Yeah.
I didn't pay much attention to those spin-offs.
Nobody else did either because it didn't
That's probably why.
So what other questions are we missing there, Ambassador? Oh, I lost her.
She can't get her
That's too much pressure.
I know.
She's
That's
under
weird.
pressure.
Well, she said she was being blocked or something. That
Oh,
something
no.
trying to make comments and she was getting blocked or something like that. So did somebody block her?
What's OC? What's Space Miner talking about?
There she is again. What are you doing, Thule? You're making me nervous here. Speak to us.
I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, I'm not meaning to kick you off if I am.
Oh, it's cool.
No, it's me. That's all me. It's like I hit one button and it backs me out.
Okay.
If
No.
Tully didn't make the grand entrance right, she does it a couple times till she gets it
Yeah,
right.
as I noticed. She's like,
That's so wrong. No, I was in the chat, and then instead of hitting the X, I think I was hitting the done
no, okay.
with the comments.
Yeah.
Hey, I did that on the last live stream for the people backstage. I hit the wrong thing, ended the live stream. It was like, oh, crap.
Yeah, well, thanks. It's Silver Boy Blues. I don't know why you dropped off, but yeah, thanks for coming up. Hopefully, I'll get you back up here again. I appreciate you hopping on every once in a while. So definitely come back up. Yeah, I don't know what, no need to drop off, but that's fine too if you want to.
I miss half the fun.
Yeah, well, it's I'll re-edit this live and enter some more footage in with it, but I think we covered the main basic points of what's needed to know. It's pretty straightforward, really, once you wrap your mind around it.
It seems like it. So, like, if you got a piece in, like yourself, long-lived coins, and it's for sale, you're the one's going to be doing that paperwork anyhow, not the owner, unless they sell it.
Correct.
Okay. So most people, if they get it in a jewelry form, they aren't looking to flip it, and they
Correct.
probably,
They won't even probably understand. I mean, someone will probably try to explain it to them, and as long as hopefully they'll remember what email it went to, but yeah, I mean, the piece itself is really all you need, and
that's the
as
thing.
long as it's not actually fraud, you stole it from them, you're fine.
Yeah.
So
Well, the thing is, the Osmium Institute will have an owner, and you will be able to trace it back down and find out
exactly.
custody of ownership from that point going forward. If that person or the subsequent people didn't do the paperwork, you have a starting point for the trail, and that's the important part.
Yep.
That gives you a starting point.
Yeah.
Actually, to be able to do that. So it would be important for the people who first get in, Ian or yourself, long-lived coins, to do actually that part of it, and the people who get it, hopefully, like you said, hopefully they will be concerned enough to, if they change ownership, give it away, inherit it out, sell it, whatever. We'll do that appropriate paperwork. But I don't see that as being a majority of people, just the people that are the buyer and seller or the middle person.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose like if someone sold it without moving the ownership change code.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
at least you'd have a starting point to find out after they did it, if that person wanted to get
Right.
that squared away, you'd have a starting point of who owned it at first to be able to go check and say, hey, who did you sell it to? Or, you know,
Yeah,
where you-
yeah.
where's
Unless it
the
was
paperwork
stolen,
to-
it should be perfectly fine, and they just
Yeah,
forward it
exactly.
at that point. Yeah.
So anyone here get any new osmium they'd like to show the people in the chat?
That would be awesome. I heard about some new ownership, but I don't want to put any pressure on anybody. So if anybody does want to show something, that would be sweet.
Does this person start with an A?
Hey,
I wouldn't well, you know, venture such a guess as to say, but you know, like I'll just leave it open for anybody who wants to show. I'll put them up
I-
front and center.
I actually dropped it off at the jeweler.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, the only one. What, Neil?
Dropped it off at the jeweler. We can't see it yet, guys.
No, I did. I dropped it off yesterday. So what?
No, nothing. No.
I'm not picking it up.
You're what? Is that like a safe?
No, I literally dropped it off at the jeweler.
And you said you're not picking it up, and that's why I asked if it's a safe.
No, he doesn't come in until Monday. Oh, please.
So it's oh, nice. Yeah, there's an age for you. Let's see if I can put that up here. Nice. So you already have an idea that you're putting into process. Can I inquire about this to you?
What do you want to know?
Well, have you known this jeweler for a while, or is this someone you just kind of went and found to do this, or did you already have her? It's none of my business. I'm just kind of wondering, like, I thought maybe you have a good jeweler and you guys are already like, ooh, we've got some sweet ideas, or just tell me.
I went to the best place I thought would be capable.
Yeah, cool.
That I was comfortable with and had a relationship with.
Cool.
So
Thank you.
yeah, so I have a relationship with I believe he's the owner, but the jeweler is only there from like Monday through Thursday or something. So I don't know the jeweler personally, but I am I trust the owner.
Sure. Cool.
What did the jeweler say about it when it was osmium? They just said, "Oh, were they surprised that you wanted something done?"
No, they said nothing because he wasn't there till Monday.
Oh,
I'm going back next week to talk to him. I gave him all my ideas, and he jotted them down, and he's gonna share them with the jeweler. And then I just said, I'm open to suggestions, because if he has something else in mind that I'm not thinking of, I'd be willing to hear it also.
Cool.
But I only left one of each piece because I wasn't 100% confident that he wouldn't mix them up.
Yeah, that's a concern.
Okay.
So I do have those. I just don't have them on me. It would take a second to get those out. So.
Okay. Cool. Well, that's exciting. I'm glad to hear you picked some up. What did you think of it in hand?
Well, it's nice. I wish they all came in with QR codes. I mean, I'm not really a shiny person, so I think the best advertisement is to wear it. So that's why I went to the jeweler.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm glad to hear that you got some. That's exciting.
That's
That's
Jake's custom car or Jake's custom parts chair being occupied by his dog.
And let me guess, it dog's name's Pizza or Pepperoni?
Pepperoni.
Probably Pepperoni.
Pepper, come here, Pepper.
Thanks, Jake and Silverboy Blues. I saw your comment earlier. I'm just now getting to it. So, Yeah, I'm excited. The eyes, what I wanted to do with those, I I talked with Ian and I got the widest ones possible, and they're it's just not wide enough. I might have to have a custom piece made for what I want to do.
Oh,
So, and even if I wanted to put like mount the eyes, and do what I originally wanted to do, it's still too thin. The prongs would just cover it up. I would just have to put it like on a platform with no prongs.
I see.
And that's just me coming up with solutions, not the place I went to.
Yeah, I see.
So
Okay, so the kit that they sent you, you get that if you order or something.
well, I seen unboxing. I kind of deep dove into it, and I saw Ian unbox them and how it came with all these gadgets. And I said, "Am I gonna get those gadgets? I want whatever." I call them gadgets because I didn't know what they were, but I wanted to make sure that I received those. I didn't know if that was like automatic or a request or how.
I don't think so. That's probably a you gotta put a special request in and got what you requested.
Well, I didn't know if you spent so much, if it was like.
Yeah, I think if you buy a big kit, you would receive probably all that stuff. But like me, I just get a couple pieces and I'm not expecting anything with it, and I haven't got anything with it. So
Okay, now the flashlight, you can charge it up through your computer. Is that what
The black light? Yeah. It's a recharge through a USB. And I noticed in Space Miner's video when he was showing some of his pieces, he didn't go over what was in the box, but I was kind of curious to know what
What's
was
up with
in the
this
middle
box?
of it. What?
What box?
I watched it was during one of Neil's live streams. I hopped onto Space Miner's channel and I was like scrolling through, and I'm sorry, Space Miner, I didn't like or comment on any of them at the time. But
throw him under the bus.
I'll go back and do it. But so in one of his videos, he had a box, and then I noticed a different. I'm gonna say gadgets because I don't know what they were, but they looked like they were wrapped in like brown paper. But it didn't look like they were, unless they were vials. I'm not sure.
yeah, no, you can those. Yeah, they're boxes from the Osmium Institute, full of foam and full of different stuff, basically. And I think different kits have different things. But I've never. You're ahead of me on that one, Tuli.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Well,
I know what
Space
she's talking
Miner,
about.
What was that, Space Miner? They look like little, like, I don't want to say syringes or
syringes. Oh, can we do
not
this?
syringe.
People have been telling me I've been in a crystallized methane. I was like, maybe I'm just spelling it wrong, right?
Or I don't know what they were, but I don't know what the word is for what I'm trying to say.
I'm not helping either.
Well, I'm not giving much. A handling tool. Did you have more than one?
Girl, I had him send me.
It looked like It looked like there was 5 in the in that box.
Well, okay. How about the vials? The vials you got. How many's in each one? And it's each one a different size. Is that what that was?
One piece per vial.
Okay.
And the vial comes with the number of the osmium trackable number on it. It comes, 4 or 5 per like this, and the number to the piece is on the inside. Unless it's large enough to be put in those boxes that the H was on, you'll get it like that, and the number of the piece is right there, and all the information.
Yeah, instead of being on the box, it's on the vial.
Yeah. And it's on the box. So those are the 2 ways that it comes. The smaller pieces, 2, 3, probably 4 millimeter pieces will come like this. I'm not 100% sure on the size. I do know the 2 millimeters and 3 millimeters will.
What is this, Tuli? I also had tritium in vials in my case. I don't know that I even know what tritium is. So got me there, Space Miner.
That must be the 10th The 10th precious metal.
Nickel. Yeah.
Now I gotta have now I gotta get at least one piece of that, I guess.
No, tritium is a what is it? It's not a platinum metal, but it is a metal found in outer space. It's like if I believe, and I'm probably mistaken. It's like found in meteors, but I'm not 100% sure at all.
Fill us in, Space Miner.
Exactly. Load us with knowledge.
So where's Space Miner going to sell his pieces he made, the customized pieces with it? And
What are you doing?
If he sells them, that's probably another question.
I heard this guy's got an auction LLC. I think we ought to sell them there.
Yeah, no doubt.
what would the starting bid be?
For you, Nickel, $1 million.
I thought you was going to say $1. I say I'm in. I'll bid.
If it's a piece of jewelry, it'd be up to the person who made the jewelry what the price would be.
Well, these are tokens, aren't they?
Tokens? It's silver.
No. Space Miner he had some made, and I thought that he'd already done some of the
I think
osmium.
he put a price on it. Didn't he put a price up there, Space Miner? I thought I saw a price for something earlier. Was that for your piece?
What platform?
In this chat.
Oh.
Space Miner, you should join us on the.
Man, if he wasn't such a scared little ninny girl, I'm sure he would.
I know he's just too scared to come up on.
I'm telling you, man, he'll talk into a little camera, but don't let a live person be on the other end. Get your booty up here, Space Miner.
I can't go back that far in the chat. I wasn't here during that time.
Oh, I think it was like $2.99. He can correct us. Are you selling what were you labeling the price for earlier, Space Miner, in chat?
For his
Tritium?
Space Miner round with the osmium
in it?
and the gem, or whatever you call it, that red dot.
That was an ink spot.
Is it
That's
ink spot?
value.
Tritium is a gas in a glass tube with phosphorescent lining. It stays lit for decades, no charging. Oh, well, that I know it. Okay, well, that's what's on the sites.
Phosphorescence.
I'm sorry, I do know what that
Like
is.
a bioluminescence type
I
thing.
have some of that on me right now, so never mind.
Oh, what you been doing? No, I don't want to know.
It goes with me everywhere. That's what I'll leave you with that.
That's it. Thank you.
So that tool, that handling tool, was for that.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
That was a question for
Triples.
Space Miner.
Well, yeah, it'd be nice if we could get him up here to answer some of those. Long-lived coins. Put link up. Well, okay, I'll put another link up.
Tribbles. Those are those little furry things on Star Trek. They kept reproducing.
There you go. There it is again. I guess I didn't pin it, did I?
You didn't. You got to go to YouTube to pin it.
Okay. Yeah, so I noticed on this. Let me back this Osmium Institute site up here a little bit.
Oh, 30-second commercial is most of the way through editing. All I got to do is a voiceover and add a picture to it, and the 30-second commercial will be ready. So,
right, we got Space Miner joining the panel here.
It's kind of funny how you can do a private chat, but you can't chat in the stream.
Chat.
I see a comment in the private chat section to the right from the StreamYard website.
Yeah, but not for YouTube.
Oh, I just switch over to YouTube and start chatting.
Oh, I'm on my phone. I can't.
Oh, okay.
That's what I need to do, actually.
Uh-oh. See, you pushed the wrong button, Thule.
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, God.
She'd
She tried pushing the wrong button.
if this was space travel, she'd be in a world of hurt right now.
And Space Miner decided he doesn't want to talk. He just wants to come up here and listen.
Hey, I was just being polite.
Oh, okay.
I watched this video. He had. He say it like you mean it. I do. I think I do for the most part. It gets me in trouble sometimes, but I pretty much say it like that.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
no more from garbage. I think it's taking us all out.
Who else we got? We got Tully and who else here?
Hey, welcome up, Space Miner. Good to have you.
Well, not just Space Miner. There's 6 people here.
OC Stacker, welcome in.
Oh, AOC. What's up, OC?
Thanks,
I don't see names.
And the ambassador is still with us. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
What's
a
up?
joke.
What's up, balls of steel?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, OC or Space Miner as well?
How you doing, guys? So, Thule, I wanted to answer your question. That's why I jumped up real quick. Thank you, honey.
couldn't find any lights.
You're fine. All right. So, Thule, the tritium is the gas, the glowing gas. They use it in, like gun sights as one example.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know this.
Um,
Now I know this.
So I loaded one of them. So I have a few Space Miner rounds floating around with the loaded with the tritium, and that was one of the projects. And then I have the osmium ones. The tool that you're talking about, the little hand tool, that hand tool is just like a thing you get at Hobby Lobby for like bead work and stuff, bead and gem work, and it's got like a little soft silicone tip. And so, like, I got big old stupid caveman hands, and so like handling that little tiny osmium is really hard. So I use that real nice to like
So
grab
you're
it.
saying you added it to that box that you had in your video or short?
Yeah, so I'm not so sure exactly what you saw, but I did make like I went out and got like one of those Pelican style cases, and I just cut it up and jammed all my osmium and tritium in there.
That's what I thought I noticed too, and it wasn't because I've seen Thule. I've seen the like on Ian's channel. He gets those white boxes from the Osmium Institute that has that same foam in it. I think that Space Miner put into a different case. So maybe that's kind of what's going on there.
Yeah, he has 20 little vials per box shipped in from the Osmium Institute.
Cool
You know what that
boxes.
would be good for? You know what that would be good for when you got done? If you got rid of the vial, you put bullets in that, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, these are good for gun cases normally. So you know, for like airport travel and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to answer that for Thule.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you hopping on. I've been wanting to get you up here anyway.
And I
Thank
like that video of that gem and rock shop that you took a walk through.
Yeah, that's a little cave.
What was that?
I said that's a treasure cave, isn't it?
Boy, howdy.
Neil, we don't have anything like that in California, do we?
Nope. Not at all. I was looking at that going, man, I got to order my stuff from India and Colombia, and you just got to go down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff real close. We got like a big hippie culture just to the north of us, and then we've got, you know, the Southwest native culture, you know, around me, and then you go a little bit further south and you start getting into the Latin culture. So I'm real blessed in that regard.
Right on.
Do you find a lot of turquoise in New Mexico?
You know, if you look for it in the right places, yeah, you can find some turquoise. In my area, not really.
You got to
Jasper?
go northwest.
Yeah, I'm the northwest, so you can go a little bit north of me into Colorado, like an hour, 2 hours into Colorado, and you can start getting back into those large, like, copper deposits, and then if you can get to the side of those, you can get back into turquoise again.
Well, how about Jasper?
I haven't stumbled across it. I do get a lot of agate, peridot, garnet. And then you get up in the mountains, you start getting like the blue. Oh shoot! I always forget the name of it.
You come across a lot of garnet.
If you go pan for it, that's the way you get garnet around.
Yeah.
You pan and screen, dry wash. You know.
Yep.
So you can, if you go to the right spots, if you took like a dedicated weekend, you could probably get like a small mason jar, like a small jam jar.
Yeah. See, if you got a gym grinder, you take the small garnets, even if they're not perfect, and shape them and put it as a lining around like a piece of osmium or something in a ring or a pendant.
Oh, that would look good.
Yeah. So my mind's 1,000 miles an hour. You said garnet. I was like, garnet?
The real treasure is the peridot, though.
Hey, Space Miner, when you guys were out camping, were you guys out hunting for any kind of rocks at all? Were you guys just kind of hanging out? What was the plan for that last weekend?
It was just to sit down, eat food, have a drink, and relax. That was the whole point.
It looked mighty inviting, man. Look, I haven't done that in a long time. I was kind of a little bit jealous that you guys were just hanging out, camping, and having a cocktail.
We always go out for treasure, man. Wears me out.
Nickel, what state?
Nickel, what?
What state are you in?
What state? What state for what?
He's in a state of confusion.
I'm in Indiana.
Indiana. All right.
Indiana. So we got California, New Mexico, Indiana. What else we got going on in here?
Unknown.
Julie's somewhere up there in the Mideast in an undisclosed location.
Yeah.
That's what she wants us to think, anyway. Who knows where she's really at?
Where is Carmen San Diego?
Oh, you guys.
I guess I got you guys here for a second. Let me ask you this. So I'm kind of having a moral dilemma with the osmium round thing. I was discussing it with Pete. Is that, man, these are prototypes, right? You know, so like they absorbed a little bit of damage through the handling, you know, like minor scuffing and whatnot, and it's like a mirror polish anyways, you know, the Space Miner round is. And so like people are interested in purchasing them, but I don't know if my conscience can stay clear, you know, selling them for what I think they're worth as a prototype.
Hold on.
That's
Hold on,
actually
I got an answer to this. Space Miner.
I got it.
Wake up. We're in this for the money, buddy.
Hey, Space Miner, I say that you get my number and text me a picture of it and let me know what I'm getting. I want one. I think they're cool looking.
I want to see it too, and we should all send him a private message of what we think its value should be, and we can see how far he can laugh about how far different we are.
Well, I need to know how big that osmium round is. Is it 3 millimeter or 4 millimeter?
It's a 4 sparkle 4.
I have a question.
Oh wow.
$299.
Space
And only 3 of them. It's only 1 of 3, right?
Yeah, there's only 3 right now.
That's the thing. If they're replicable and you reproduce them, I'd look at like a $2 or $3.99, maybe 4.
So it's not going to be any more of the like prototype, like handset versions, because after this, I'm readjusting my die to accept the osmium. So
I want to hear Julie's question.
I think he just answered it without even realizing it. My question was, what was his concern? Scratches from milling it out, or?
you just look at a mirror round like that and it mars.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the moment, like I live also in the desert, so like dust lives in the air. You expose that capsule at all, you know, and instantly, like, you know, you just barely touch it, you barely move it, you know, and like here was one of the first things I learned about like hand tapping this, right? The shavings were hot enough coming out. I didn't think about this right away. The shavings were hot enough coming out that as they would like flake off or fleck off and land, they were like doing little tiny like mini wells.
Yeah.
The best I can describe it.
Yeah.
In the field
Of his coin, they would land on the coin, and where they landed the heat of the piece that he just.
it would land on the shiny part of the field of the coin.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
so maybe you have a vacuum or something dispersing air across the coin as you're drilling it.
Or you could put tape over the round.
Or water, maybe, you know.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, yeah, like on that on modern coins with the mirror-like finished or even reverse proof acid etched, like like you're saying, any type of even brush of a hair or something can make a mark on that stuff. So
yeah,
but yeah, you wouldn't, yeah, just some, yeah, you maybe put some type of covering or, you know, over it without touching it, which would not be easy. But
Well, I tried saran wrap, thinking like, okay, I'll like with one of them, I tried a saran wrap covering just to like right away get like oils and dust off of it.
yeah,
But like what I noticed was that even the saran wrap making the contact with it,
sure, yep.
I'm telling you, it was incredibly difficult to to move these without completely destroying them. So yeah, like the whole point is that the real solve here is not to try to do it with all these fancy mechanisms. It's really just to reset the die, you know. And you open it up, you make your placement, and you close it back up pretty much, you know, and you just kind of like eliminate the issue rather than deal with them.
So in other words, you have 3 one-offs.
Yeah, and there's some 3 millimeters coming out too that I'm prepping for. So
There's what?
I have some 3 millimeters. As soon as my 3 millimeters come in, I'll have those. I already have the rounds prepped for some 3 millimeters, and so I'm going to load a couple more in 3 millimeter rounds.
I have some 3 millimeter.
What did you think of the size of them when you got them in?
They were in vials. That's one thing I didn't like about the 3 millimeters. I understand why they were in vials, but they weren't too bad. I was thinking like putting it on a ring or a stud earring, but as of like jewelry form. But they're not that bad. I think 4 millimeter is nicer.
I sure do like those 4s. I really do.
I like that shooting star I got. I think that thing looked sweet.
What did you get?
I'm sorry?
You just get the shooting star?
For my wife, yeah. Ian's jeweler's putting it in a pendant. It's going to be a double-sided because the piece with the shooting star had sparkle grade on both sides. It was kind of unique. So who's Nick? Who was it? Somebody else had to. Oh, that was Neil. Yeah, had some double-sided H or something.
Yeah.
He's
that
based
changed
on
my whole concept of what I was going to do with it.
He's based on. Weren't you looking for the letter I from Thule?
Yeah, I need 2 letter I's, and I'm just an impatient fellow.
Man, everybody wants to let it. Nickel, you're in the right place, bud. Man, everybody wants eyes.
Well, I sent you guys all the video.
Makes it easier to see. Makes it easier to see, guys.
There's no me and I.
Everybody needs eyes.
Nickel, I think I got you all filled out here, so I'm gonna hit save. So I believe this is gonna all be in your hands. I don't know how long it'll take for you to receive an email, but I'm clicking it right now. So
You've been clicked.
okay, yep. So I got a red. Maybe I should no, I can't because well, I probably could. Hold on here. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna share my screen again since we're here. Okay, so share.
Are you still live, LLC?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we're live. We're live.
I say the only one's missing is Silverboy Blues. You might as well pop up. You might as well just close it down and have a backroom chat.
Yeah, we could for sure.
Do
So
some pictures.
I got this little message in red. This OCC has already been used and is no longer valid. So that's what
because it was put into your name. You have to transfer it from your name, I guess, probably. Because when you bought it, you became the owner, and you have to transfer ownership. How did you initiate that?
I just did, and that's why I got this code, because now that is no longer a valid code.
Oh, so you got another code then.
So
Well,
I'm no longer borrowing it. I own it now.
Yeah, you should have the full code now. And my code is no longer valid, is what they're telling me here.
Excellent. That means it worked.
Yeah, it should have. It should. I think that's what that means. Otherwise, I've done something wrong, and we'll work on it in the future. But,
Nickel, verify it.
well, that's the thing, is it might not be an immediate. I don't know how long it takes them to.
They are backlogged right now with their categorizing and
it's immediate.
Features.
Immediate.
Yeah. Nickel should still see something like processing or.
Yeah, go see if you see anything, Nickel, in your email.
It's there right now. I guarantee it. It's like crypto. It's amazing. It's like working with XRP. So, Dooley, if you can't use those eyes, let me know, and all for your convenience. If you can't use those eyes, let me know, and I'll take those off your hands because I'm impatient, so I'll pay for my impatience. So.
Well, did you already order your eyes?
No, I haven't ordered any. It just sprung up, and I hadn't talked to Ian yet. But it's osmium moves on osmium time, and
Ian's going to be leaving the States here in the next couple of days to go to Germany, so I don't know if he'll be ordering.
Because I was gonna say if you had ordered your eyes, I would just transfer mine to you, and you could transfer yours to me because I still want them. I just don't need them at the moment. You get what I'm saying? But
yeah, no, I get you're keeping them.
Yeah, I want to keep them. The reason that I like the ones I have is because they're the same width. Because I was planning on making a pendant out of them. I technically needed 3, but I wanted to see what 2 were like before I splurged on 3.
2 needs my eye too then. Everybody needs my eye.
I always have. Okay, so what I really wanted to do was one thing, and then I had another thing I could do if that didn't work out. But I was focusing more on the other, like the drop pieces and the 4mm square, and seeing what I could do with that first. But the thing is with my ears that are we live?
Yes.
Okay, so I have like an allergy to my ear, so I can only put certain metals in them. So if I were to make earrings, I wouldn't have a choice of if I wanted to use one precious metal over another precious metal.
What precious metal are you stuck using because of that, Tully, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, that's the reason I asked if we were alive.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean... it takes the guesswork out of the earrings because if I want to wear them, it has to be one metal. So if I wanted to sell them, then that could like, depending on what the person wants. I don't know, but I wasn't planning on selling anything. Not
Don't.
jewelry wise. If I were to make it and somebody wanted it, then I would kind of do the whole I'll try to buy it thing.
That was going to be my ultimate question. Was for replication, would the metal you're using be the one that you would see on a mass replication scale?
Yeah, I mean, if somebody wanted, let's say I made them earrings and it worked out well and somebody really liked them, then I could either sell them and then amp up the sparkle. But then if somebody saw them again and wanted that same sparkle but didn't want the same price tag, then they might be a little more disappointed. So it's always better to aim lower and exceed expectations. So there's that too. I don't know what the sparkle rate is. I'm guessing it's like a 2 or 3. I don't know. I think it's whatever the generic is. I didn't go overboard with the sparkle on those or any, except for the 4mm. He only had one option, and he only had one when I wanted 2. So,
Hey, Space Marine, have Joseph Lopez saying hello to you in the chat. I don't know if anybody can see it or not.
Yeah,
oh no, let me see.
He's got his hood down. Can't you see that from the picture?
Yes, I can.
Hey, Jay.
See anything?
Exactly. Hey, Space Miner, are you willing to barter with your rounds with the osmium in it for gold or silver?
I haven't thought about it.
I'm just.
I don't know.
I heard you offering Thule silver for her eyes, so I figured, well, man, maybe he likes to barter them. I'm good with that too.
No, gold and silver is real money, so it's just going to be the amount, right?
You know, it's funny you say that because I'm going to document, and I want to do this. I haven't actually spoke with Ian about it yet, but on any like commissions or anything, I want to get paid in osmium, not in any other precious metal.
Oh man, Silver Boy Blues, I'm so sorry to hear about that. Sure, that's hard to deal with. Much love, man, much love. Or Silver Boy Blues, I don't know, did I say Space Miner instead of Silver Boy Blues?
Yeah, I know his mom fell the other day. I know he's been taking care of her.
Hey, you are a blessing, brother. You are a blessing.
Yeah, for sure. It's tough to deal with that kind of stuff too. So hang in there, man. She'll actually turn off. Can't remember how to turn back on. So yeah, Neil, you heard about the news, and I don't know how many Space Miner and Thule. I don't know. There's going to be some news. Can't really. I don't know. I don't think it's been made public yet. But
I think we should go into a private backroom chat.
All right, that's what I was kind of wondering.
I've heard about it. I haven't been told.
Yeah, well, we're probably not allowed to say yet, but
yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm heading over there now. Appreciate that. Yeah, well, we appreciate you, man. Hang in there, and hopefully we'll catch you back in here and come up back on the panel next time. And
indeed,
yeah,
he can still listen through his phone if he wants to while he's driving. But if we're gonna do a back room, then he won't be able to hear us.
Yeah, I think we're about to go back room. But well, come on back up next time, Silver Boy Blues, and we'll hang out with you some more. Good talking with you. All right, guys. Well, yep. Take care, bud. We're gonna end this, and we'll go backstage. Does that sound like what we want to do?
That sounds about right.
Take care, Silver Boy Blues.
Indeed.
Later, Joseph. I just saw you, bud.
All right. Yep. We'll catch you on the next one there, Joseph. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for helping me out on those spinning bins. We'll be talking. And Silver Boy Blues, take care, and we will talk to you on the next one. All right, thanks, guys.